Jason, broski, like, totally, dude, we should go, like, skydiving and shit on that island that I can see no pirates on whatsoever. Like, I'm totally fucked up, but I think I'd know a pirate from at least, like, maybe 65 meters away.
Oh, bro, that sounds like a totally good idea. I mean, what could go wrong? No one's gonna die, and bro, like, I'd never turn into a totally tattooed one-man army maniac. That's the most rad idea you've ever had. Nope, it was not. What do you get if you cross Far Cry 3 and Year 7 me? You get Far Cry 3 Classic Edition. Slightly better graphics and no multiplayer trophies as you've got no friends to play with, like Squidward in the Void. Released in 2018 and developed, of course, by Ubisoft, it's gonna be another first for me. It's not my first Far Cry game that I've platinumed, but it was my very first Far Cry game to play, and you know what? It was meh. I mean, I bought it, played it for an hour and never picked it up again, so can't have made that much of an impression on me. The years have taught me though that the collective consciousness that is the internet deemed me incorrect, and that it's a wonderful, nay, life-changing game. So, because I saw it, and I saw that it had no online trophies, I thought, hey, let's give it another chance. And guess what? It still kind of sucked. And now I know it's an unpopular opinion, it had its moments, and more importantly, it had some trophies. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have played the game, I'll be honest with you. You know what we do here, we finish the game, and I'll tell you what the worst trophies are. So here are the worst 6 trophies in Far Cry 3 Classic Edition. You know how we roll by now, none of the trophies are in any order, apart from I do save the worst till last, or best till last, because, you know, YouTube said something about catching people's attentions, and I'm not out here making no TikToks. Oh yeah. So, without any further ado, let's jump into Archaeology 101. This is one of those naughty but nice trophies. Dotted around the island, or islands, are these little tiny relic things that seem to serve absolutely no purpose other than they're there for you to collect. The game has a total of, I think, 120, so asking you to only collect 60 of them is quite nice on Ubisoft's part because they know we don't want to do it. They know we're not really interested in doing this kind of shit, so they only ask us for half the bounty for half the reward. Well, the full reward, I guess. And what is that reward? Well, that'll be another notch in your silver trophy collection. This is one of them trophies that, truthfully, you could probably get it if you're just paying attention while you're exploring the world. Failing that, the shops sell relic maps for $500 a piece, so once you've done buying what you need and have a bit of spare cash, there's always that option for you, if you're a coward. Next on the list is one that in theory sounds super easy to get, and that's because it's actually super easy to get. I'm just stupid. There are a total of 34 outposts that you can liberate, and we'll get into that a little bit sooner. But I took the trophy description a little bit too literally. Must have been high or something, it's not uncommon. It just wants us to liberate an outpost, any outpost, without the enemies triggering the alarm. Now once the enemy just gets the tiniest bit spooked, they'll run and blow the horn and hey, well, better luck next time, better look at the next outpost, the princess is not in this castle, go away. But do you want to know something funny? I didn't realise for the longest time you could just walk your ass up to the alarm without being seen and boop, turn that bitch off. Then that's it, you can Rambo, you can free for all the outposts, you can take it any way you want. No alarms, no reinforcements, but some nice bronze to add to the collection. This one is more of a personal grievance purely because I was too retarded. I must have tried to snipe or use the bow and arrow to take down at least 5 outposts with no avail, until I thought, hey, I'm just gonna RPG the alarm thing. It didn't work, but it still put the wheels in motion. It got the gears churning, so to speak, but eventually we did get it. Do you think you could hesitate a guess at what you have to do for a trophy called Island Liberator? That's right, we need to perform a 100-meter boat drift kick No, that doesn't sound right. Oh no, there it is. Island Liberator. Liberate all the outposts. That would make more sense. Well, hopefully by now you've gotten yourself the Unheard trophy, which was the last trophy, and can start having a bit of fun taking out the outposts as creatively as possible. Me? Nah, I don't have a creative bone in my body, so I just pretty much went in there and killed everyone. The reason it's going on here is personally, and I know it's just a me thing and yada yada yada, but I think 32 outposts is just perhaps a tad too many. Especially as they don't really vary up gameplay. I mean, sure, there's different types of enemies in outposts and somewhat different layouts sometimes. Like, they do just straight up copy and paste outposts. It gets really repetitive, and when you are truly just grinding it out to get the trophy, and I know that's not what everybody does, but when you are just grinding it out to get the trophy and you're not really interested in the flashy stuff, it can get a bit tedious. Full bars, something I never have, yet I pay an extraordinarily high amount of money each month for. That aside, all we're doing here is climbing 9 out of the possible 18 available towers in the game, and once we get to the top and activate the thingamajig, we can see more of the map. Totally new concept, even back then, right? Wrong. I'm really done with this, and I know it's an Ubisoft game and it was started with the original Assassin's Creed, and I know this is an older game, and I know that they're kind of the same developer and publisher or whatever, but at this point, climbing high things to look around and then you go and spoil it all by doing something stupid like jumping off, it's boring. When Assassin's Creed first did it, it was like a tongue-in-cheek demo, if you like. It's as if they were saying, look how much of this we can render and detail in one go on this super powerful PlayStation 3 hardware. But those days are gone now. We have high expectations for AAA games, and the environments looking good just have to be a standard feature. Plus, once you've seen it once, you've seen it a million times. Please, Ubisoft, I beg you, think of something new. Think of the children. Look, I get it, it's a remake, so no new game mechanics, but it's still being used to this very day.
He's kinda gay.
It's not gay, come on. Listen, just, come on.
I don't know, man. Seems kinda gay to me.
Memory to spare is another collectathon, but this one can get a little bit annoying. You see, once you have all the towers activated, all the outposts liberated, and you've bought all the maps, they'll show up on your minimap, that's fine. There's 20 to collect in total, and they are all in safe houses as far as I can remember. But get this, you don't have to have the maps and stuff, or more correctly, I once again didn't know that there was a map for them, so when I had 19 out of 20 of the memory cards collected, I had to spend some of my precious life fast travelling around the world to find this bitch because some reason it wouldn't show up on the minimap. Panic ensued. Have I done all this for naught? Do I have a glitched plat? Oh no, wait, there it is. But still, again, collectibles that are right in your face and you miss them, then it's something I typically do on the daily, but I don't know, there was something about this one that irked me in the wrong way. This is an argument as to why trophies are integral to games. If it wasn't for the one that was attached to this, I wouldn't have bothered to get these memory cards. Oh my god, that's it, I've just realised something. Why this trophy irked me. And it's because Far Cry 3 is actually an incredibly boring game when you boil it down to its bare bones. I'm not here to do that right now, this is not really a review, but think about it. What do you actually do in this game other than collect things and kill people? And to highlight the fact that I just didn't enjoy Far Cry 3 Classic Edition all that much, I give you the worst possible trophy in this game. Poker Bully! Ta-da! Win $1,500 playing poker. Now, you're either going to hate this trophy or enjoy poker. But considering that you have to win $1,500, now that's a little bit steep. You've got two choices here. Either try and win the whole poker game and walk away with what, like $600 a game, give or take, which means that you can be done in no time if you're good at poker. The problem is, winning a game of poker against the AI is just a crapshoot. Sometimes you're all aces and sometimes you're all aids. Best thing to do? You just wait until you win a nice big hand, something like $150 to $250, then just quit the game, walk away from that table, add that total to your winnings, rinse and repeat. It's not so bad, the deductions don't actually get taken away from your winnings, so as long as you've got the money, you'll be able to carry on playing. Now, I don't mind poker, I'm not great at it, and I did use the odds generator thing that the game provides, but even then, with average luck, it still took a few hours to actually do this. I mean, let's face it, the computer is the computer. Somewhere in that code brain, it knows exactly what you've got and just wants to play chicken with you. Sometimes you win, most of the time you lose. To summarise, I just played way too much poker in a game that is about saving my friends from mad pirates. You do the math. I'm sure they'd have been thrilled to see their rescue attempts paused by some backroom game of Texas Hold'em. So that is the list of what I think are the 6 worst trophies in Far Cry 3 Classic Edition. Remember that these are my 6 worst trophies, and this is just a rough guide to give you a little glimpse of what you're in for should you decide to have a pop at this game. Look, if you got this game when it first came out, I'm sure you're going to worship the ground the game walks on. I've given it a fair run now, and I still fall into the meh camp. It's not a bad game at all. It's got some clunky controls at times, especially when climbing towers, and the gunplay can be a little bit hit or miss, but it's a solid game. If you're like me though, and this is your real first attempt at playing Far Cry 3, and remember, this is just Far Cry 3, they are way better Far Cry games, then I don't think you're going to be all that impressed with this game after all. Leave your list in the comments and let me know why. If you don't fancy that, then just say hi. Like if you liked the video, dislike if you didn't. Just make sure you do something so I know that you are there. My name is the 172nd most popular girl's name in the world, and I will see you in the next video. Adios, amigos.